All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Watson dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn able to drop him for a loss of 4.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first and 10, Falk. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Falk. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. From the shotgun, here's Falk. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Check, crunch. Reset. Black 99, feel it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. On the right side, caught by Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he spins through. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They go play action here on first down. That is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Falk. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll toss it to Yeldon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Falk. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake, because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watson on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Green the line! Green the line! He don't know no better. My 52.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Green the line! Green the line!
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! 41
Falk now, a first down throw. He's going to fire one deep. And got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Hot.
Now here's Falk. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, 76 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw on 2nd down, here's Falk. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The play fake. Now Falk out to his left. And it's caught by Parker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Falk. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Again, it's Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
No. Check. Patriots.
On 1st down, it's Falk. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Stills, right side. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back now in Houston. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Hey, black 22! Black 22! Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of the gun, Watson. And they will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
To throw, Falk. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this. 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Falk. On the left side, this is Stills. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 8 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Sanders now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Down! Blue 80!
From the gun on third, Watson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Richmond! Red! Green the line! Green the line!
A shotgun snap for Watson. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 58 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Tiger!
They'll go with Foreman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Reset!
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Tight end right! Red! Blue 80!
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Down! Green!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Go!